Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Gators will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will start this game off with the football. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
The sure hands, it's Green. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. He'll keep it himself. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll try the run. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give to the single back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Mississippi State right back to the line. Taylor wants to throw it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So Florida's offense will go to work for the first time today. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Pugh. Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Might be changing the route. Motion from the wideout. Off play action. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size. Still got him on the turf. Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And they'll kick it from the left side. A 44-yard try. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Mississippi State going up tempo. He'll do it himself. It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
To the air on first down. Hires on the move.
Oh.
And it's picked off right at the goal line. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big point.
Makes the grab, and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Don't always have to get rid of it quickly if you have that type of protection and enough time for a receiver to run that slow-developing route.
No doubt. He comes across the field. There's going to be a time where he's going to be open. Nice job by the QB seeing it, delivering the strike with the great protection.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. from the gun. The running back tries to hit the hole. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They feed him again. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. This crowd on hand trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Taylor wants to throw. On the run, fires downfield. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get into conference play, it means a lot every single week. And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Got a man. It's Brown. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Right down the middle. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Now adjusting. He's got it. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On the option. He'll pitch it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Gators trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Direct snap. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Finds his big tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They kick it away on fourth down. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Going to try to get it himself. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the Gators come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Looking to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's Pugh. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Content to run out the clock, the quarterback takes a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far.
And the Bulldogs will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they take it. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had 0 problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Good pick up, a little bit bit short of the sticks. The Bulldogs hit it quickly to the line. Send the tight end in motion. The run from the shotgun. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Gives it on the option. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
That's reeled in. It's Mitchell. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Taylor wants to throw it. Moves around to clear up the vision. Got the first himself. Still on his feet at the 45. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. But don't force the football. You already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pulls and fires complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Yards after catch. That's what this guy gives you. That was a simple slant pass. He caught it, made guys miss, showed you the speed, and it was pay dirt from there. What can you say about this guy's athleticism, man? He is such a weapon.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
Caught in the backfield. It's Wilson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
He's got his man across the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
quarterback making adjustments. On fourth down, looking to pass. Unloads it left. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Gators look to do some damage in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Firing to the right, complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. Man, that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. And the Gators looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged out of the air. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Taylor wants to throw. Quick strike complete. He's loose at the 15. Breaks into the open on the left. They were backed up and now more than out of trouble at the midfield stripe. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll pull it on the read. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the third. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. He'll try the left side. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I've been impressed with this defense physically. Like, their physical domination of the line of scrimmage. Just the run game has been pretty non-existent so far. And, man, when you can...
Throws toward the end zone. Incomplete on fourth down, and, man, did they need to keep that drive alive. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Toss sweep to the right. Running into the open space. Racing to the right. The tag. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Gator. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
So now it's 2nd and long. Give to the running back. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. Mississippi State right back to the line. Taylor wants to throw it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Fires toward the target. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires complete on the crosser. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
He's got it. Touchdown, Florida! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Minnesota is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. The type of performance we're just not used to seeing in Minneapolis. They're trailing by 18 to Indiana. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Turning it on! Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
He's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the 1st down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Oh, they're after him. Heaves it deep. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Taylor wants to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll go with a direct snap. On the Houdini-like moves, get it to the 22.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give as they work on that clock. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw on first down. Sweet cut there. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have...